Now, we're about to put the meat in. Although I mentioned all the veg and the meat, at the end of the day, you just judge how much you want for how many you're cooking, right? If you wanted a pottage for about 4 vegetables, about 250 grams of each veg, but just sort of judge how much you want. So, we're going to start assembling it now. So, we put the meat in, okay, in that goes. We now add the vegetables. Okay, and there we go. So there's the turnip, onion, leek, whoop, carrot, some thyme, a bit of garlic. Okay, in that all goes. We want some broth. So, like I say, it can just be water. You could do stock if you want, or you could do like I am, some cider. Okay. Now, in that goes. I might want a little bit more than that, and now I'm going to turn the heat up. Okay. You might just want to put a little bit more cider in there just to cover it. Okay, but then remember the vegetable will reduce down a little bit. Once it's got cooking a little bit, we'll give it a bit of a better stir. But at the minute, we just want to bring that up to the boil. Now, I'm going to put some juniper berries in there, okay? And I've got some barley. Now, pearl barley is quite fine if you can't find any barley, right? About 2 tablespoons of that, okay? Now, we have got some oats to go in, but we'll put them in nearer the end of the cooking, and we're just going to put a little bit of salt in there, okay? You could put pepper if you prefer, or well, I mean, if you prefer the taste of pepper, you can put some pepper in there as well. But to be honest, you wouldn't have had pepper in pottage. Okay, you might not even add salt. So that essentially is your veg stew with meat in it. Okay, and now we're going to cook that. Once that gets up to the boil, probably for about 20-30 minutes. Okay. Just before the end of cooking, we'll add our oats again, about 2 tablespoons of oats. And that's essentially it. So, where we got to? William. So eventually, William sets forth from Normandy with his fleet, and he lands on the 28th of September. Like I say, this is Monday's the 28th. And that's sort of what we're celebrating. I don't know quite why we're celebrating the French taking over. Well, actually, they didn't. They landed on the 28th of September. At that point, Harold was still king. Okay, all they'd done was they'd stepped foot on English soil at Pevensey near Hastings, and the first thing he did was he raised a castle, wooden castle. Now the Normans were great builders of castles and churches and things like that. Of stone, but obviously they're looking for a quick fix. They built this wooden castle, and they set about raiding all the local area farms and villages to get stocks up. So at this point, William's army is settling down, resting, preparing for the invasion, if you like. Harold is drastically making his way south. Okay, ready to repel him. At this point, he doesn't actually know that William's landed. He knows that he's on his way, or he's intended to be on his way. So that's where we're at the moment. 28th September, 1066. William is settled in Pevensey. Harold's on his way down.